Today we celebrate 300 subscribers. Okay, cool. Today we're gonna do a tier list of 20 sci-fi fantasy shows that I picked out. I had a couple rules in picking. Number 1, no superheroes. Number 2, no cartoons. And number 3, except for like one exception, I had to see at least one season. Okay, we're gonna start out with Altered Carbon. For me, Altered Carbon was, I don't know. I enjoyed it and I didn't enjoy it at the same time. I actually just quit watching it, and one day I was bored and picked it back up. So I did end up finishing it, but since I waited maybe 2 years before I finished it. So we're gonna drop it in B. Always a Witch. This one's in Spanish, Siempre Bruja. So I don't know how many guys have actually seen this one. I loved the first season, but the second season was oh, bad. It was so bad, so bad, so bad. So we're gonna go with the C tier. Being Human is kind of similar to Always a Witch, where I liked the first season, but then as it went on, it just died out for me. I don't think it was as bad as Always a Witch though, so we're gonna go with B. Dark Crystal, man, I wish that they renewed this show. Honestly, for me, the Dark Crystal was S tier. The Dark Crystal was just sick. I loved every minute of it. Fate the Winx Saga. Winx Saga? I honestly don't even remember this show. I know I watched it, but I don't remember it. So we're dropping it on C tier too. Oh, I remember. I actually did like this show. Pretty good. I'm going to put it in B tier as well because I couldn't remember it. What is this? Oh, this is Firefly. I liked Firefly, but I'll be honest, I don't remember anything about it. Except I thought it was funny, so some Firefly fan is gonna destroy me right now for putting it on B tier. Good Omens. With Good Omens, I'm putting it in B tier for a couple reasons. One, I loved the main two characters, but beyond that, some of the other things that were going on kind of fell flat to me, and I also don't remember how it ends. Lock and Key, man, I really liked the first season. It was amazing, but guess what? Just like everything else, I didn't really like the second season at all. I think that there was 1 or 2 episodes that I was like, yes, this is Lock and Key, and then the rest of it just fell apart for me. All right, Lost in Space. I love Lost in Space. It works. The characters are awesome. Dr. Smith was so cool. And also, it was just really fun to see every episode them have this insane problem and see how they're going to fix it. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. So I am going to throw this on in B tier again. I loved the first season. I actually think I really liked the second season as well. It wasn't as good as the first season, but I did like it. Then things got weird as the show went on. I think there were 4 seasons. I want to say the third season was the weirdest for me. It stopped being the show that it was the first season. Shadow and Bone. We only have 1 season so far. I really, really liked season 1, and I'm here for season 2. Shannara. I don't even know if I have to say anything. If any of you guys have seen Shannara, it's just straight up D tier. If there was an F tier, it would be on it. This is the exception. The show that I did not watch a whole season for just was bad. Stranger Things. I'm putting this one in A tier as well. I loved the first season. I feel like it has some fall, but not a lot of fall from S tier. Everybody complains about that one episode in season 2. You know what I'm talking about. All right, Sweet Tooth. This one's jumping right into A tier. I loved that first season. I do think in order for it to go to S tier, I would need the next season to be awesome as well. But honestly, it's really close for me. The Magicians. This one's also going to... Actually, I'm dropping this one into C. No, we're going B. First season, ate it up. Second season, I liked it. I think I started the third season. I started watching the first episode, and to me, it just felt like the show was just going on forever, wrapping around in all of these tangled knots, and I couldn't remember what half of the knots were anymore. It just kind of died for me there. The Order. Here we have another one where the first season was awesome and the second season I didn't like it as much. I still think it's A tier. It actually made me cry. I am looking forward to more from them, assuming that they have more seasons coming. The Good Place, straight S tier. The Good Place is amazing. I loved everything they did with it. Over and over again, they just like switch it up, trade it up on you, and make you think The Good Place was phenomenal television. Warrior Nuns going in the A tier as well. I really enjoyed the first season. Again, I'm kind of waiting to see if there's a second season, how it goes. I will say that there were some slow moments. In fact, like the first 10 minutes were so slow that I decided not to watch it and only picked it up again another day because I was bored, and ended up loving it. But because it had some slow moments, it's going to end up in A tier for me. The Witcher. Oh, this one's a tough one. So I'm kind of floating between A and S. No, I know, it's A. I have loved the Witcher series so far. Again, it's another one where I loved the first season, but the second season I didn't like as much. The second season I struggled with a little bit, mostly because it was slow when they walked away from Geralt's story. And finally, The Wheel of Time. We're going with S tier. Oh, we're not going to S tier. You guys already know. Honestly, the Wheel of Time show is going to be C tier for me. We'll see if a second season brings it up, but I have a lot of complaints about it. To me, it just wasn't great television. It's so sad to say. It has such great potential and still has that potential. It's so sad to me. That's it for today's video. If you're interested in more content from me, I linked a bunch of related videos in the description below, or you can click on this card, and I'll see you guys on the next adventure.